smart. So keep going, dude. I'm stoked that you're using the protocol to your advantage, and I think it's gonna stick with you for life, man. I mean, it has literally completely changed my ability to eyeball food and eat intuitively, because I really believe you can't do it until you try. So awesome work, man. The problem with my DMs is that about half of them are work related, and about half of them are people just sending me writing clips, which is sick. But we all know how fast you can go down a rabbit hole on social media. So sometimes I'll get on with the best intentions to work, and then pretty soon I've watched 5 minutes of just writing videos, which, probably not the best idea. It's kind of funny too, because sometimes I just won't respond to those just because I don't want to encourage people to continue sending me stuff like that. But I also love it, so there's that. Dude, the problem with dude. Alright, so the runner-up on the Dialed Health shred, Danny Levin, he told me he was going to continue his shreds. It's been another month. Look at this. Can you see this? Look at that. It's 2 months. Or actually, it's 3 months, I think, because he started a little early. Dude. Dude, his FTP went up in this weight loss process. His FTP went up from 315 to 340, and he's lost 24 pounds. When people tell me you can't perform while losing weight, they have no idea what they're talking about. I will battle anybody on that. Anybody. They're not willing to do what it takes to perform and lose weight, aka track your food. Man, I get fired up about this stuff. I just get to a point with DMs sometimes where I have to cut myself off and then move on to something else. And it's funny because it's not always that busy, but I'm in that position now because I got a little behind. And I did a post yesterday that thankfully has a lot of comments, but I always make sure to comment or respond to every comment because it builds up the algorithm. So it kind of gains priority sometimes because of that. Alright, just a couple more here. Look at this. Alright, I did a poll on Instagram. Do you prep before pedaling? 64% say no. And whoops, I just showed myself doing a little band abduction. Gets your glute med firing, stabilizes your knee. And 64% said no. That's how many people that is. 240 people said that they never prep. And the other option was usually. I didn't even say every single time. I just said usually. Because I'll be honest, there's times when I don't. Very rare, but there are times. It just blows my mind the way people treat riding like it's not an athletic endeavor. Whereas they're, the same person that complains that they have pain on the bike will not do any prep. And I don't know if it's a lack of education, or I don't know if it's just them being stubborn and saying, who cares, or it's too much work. Because I get all those things are real reasons, but it's like we just need to be able to show people how even the most minimal dose will make a difference. I need to do a better job of giving people all the tools that they need so that this excuse is eliminated, because we're making an impact that way, but we're so far from I'm very far from looking at anyone in the eye and being like, you have zero excuse, because I haven't given them everything they need yet. But we will. Come on. You can do it, Windex. Wow, that worked. I was just erasing the vendor booth follow-up I need to do. I feel like I should show you guys what the booths are about to look like. So check this out. So this isn't everything, but this texture is gonna be on it, and the top is gonna be pretty simple. That's all four corners. We're gonna have a backdrop. Isn't that pretty tight?
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually gray is that texture. And then these are the flags. And then that's going to be the table cover, and then we're going to have side railings that they're going to basically just look like that center part of the table. So we're going to have a booth. We're going to be able to show up to events and drop some knowledge on these people. It's going to be pretty sick. I erased that because we pretty much checked it off the list. This board is where all of my initial ideas go. It's just the easiest way for me to get something out of my brain. So when we do team calls, I'll stand by it. This is like the first place it goes before it'll even go into a Trello board, which is like our Slack or a task board or an email. And a lot of times it'll stay here for a week, and then, I forget to even erase it as we do it, and a week will go by and I'll come back and be like, oh wow, we did this, we did that, and that's kind of what I'm doing now, is just erasing certain things. Alright, so workout. This is my list for the next couple hours. Workout, film for YouTube. We're already doing that. Create a reels. I need to make a workout reels for Instagram. We've been trying to do reels instead of almost any other type of post, because any type of video post at least, because it's so hard to reach new people with anything but a reels. When you look at the algorithm and the insights to it, other posts just aren't hitting a new audience. So we're doing reels, which it's funny because they've ended up being a little bit harder than the previous posts I did, because I was in such a rhythm of doing just a video, swipe, video, swipe, video, swipe. Now you gotta really put it together. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet for it. So I'll think about that, but afterwards we're filming a video for EFT, which is LEL Factory Team. Guided Red Prep needs to be sent to the web team. I have a feeling this is gonna be done tomorrow. And then I need to pay Chelsea, which that's a very simple task, but if I don't remind myself, I'll forget. And she does our podcast and a lot of our assets, so she needs to be paid because she is awesome. So let's change. Get ready. First. Oh man, they got me. That reminded me of the cinnamon challenge. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Who was that chick that put out the video?
I forget.
Giselle or something like that?
Probably.
I miss the days where the cinnamon challenge and the Kardashians were all people watched on the news, man. Like that was like what everyone was talking about, not World War III and COVID and whatever. All right. Woo! That's sour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My life be like. My life be like. Yeah. My life be like. Search for the equations to persuasions. I'm used to finding comfort in the zones and clouds alone like it used to. I'm out in this. I'm probably like the most around the castle. Stay afloat. Catch a second wind. Then if the air I breathe. Teary eyed nose running. Wipe the style of my sleeve. I'm falling over something. I like you. If we remember falling in love, and the tears after losing the feelings of what you call love. Like the dirt still up under the rug. My life be like. Yo, man, ain't gonna show me from the top, but shout out Harlem, man. Shout out ASAP Rocky, man. Hog in the building, man. What's good? Is that potato salad? Yo, listen. Niggas give me the cold shoulder. I can speak for myself. She knows the partial life. If you squares try to mess with my O's, whoa. So cut the crap like shit ballers. Cream and hot boards that I draw stick. I whip cream and hot cribs. I got more space than big jeans. I'm sleeping on me. Explain why I got shit dreams. I'm mainly got those.
You guys put me in poses like divas. Got my bands on, but they look like sneakers. Flipped a couple backspace guard in the speakers. Bass all in the speakers. In the field like baseball, play ball, baseball when police is come. I rush now, I rush down. That all this thing is perfect. Yes, at you. I ain't sneeze, but the niggas want to see more smoke than I met you. Got a bullet with your name on the barrel. If hollows don't quit, you get nipped like it's cat. That dude, when I die, I gotta make a statue. Bad attitude, say this is a statue. Go to any nigga with money up in my racket. When I think about this state of rapping, all the freshness in the classes, all the simple things, mumbling and rambling, mumble rapping. I find it hard to find actual talent. I find it hard to find an actual challenge. I like your bad balances, last as homes where I'm handling the rocks. Who cast the first stone? Bitches me, fuck you thought nigga dog shit. But they sleeping on me, man, like they homes dead. I'm a wild nigga boy, and you farmer bred. Born, you an animal, you all cold.
Fishtail in the rear view clear, I had to switch gears, you know, smart on the steering wheel. I'm a nigga that's a pothole. Watch out for the pothole, 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 watch out for the pothole.
Snakes in the grass, but I walk. Got some new whips on the back, it says golf. So I be prepared for they blocks, they all talk. Left the condom in the grass, so fuck off. Watching clams in the mansion with nobody in it. Young successful nigga, I'm a clan with no windows tinted. I drop my panties when I'm in it, cause it's fuck y'all. I know that T is 4 for 4. I just want that Garden and that Batmobile. Good on success, time on her worthwhile.
Watch out for the pothole, watch out for the pothole, watch out for the pothole.
I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Come to motherfucking bitches. I pull it with a lemon. Next she ain't living. For raw. Ain't the joint how they got all. Yeah. Longer than the bomb. Just waiting from the thumb like the fawns. Woo. This beat tastes like a lunch, but it's running from beneath.
Nigga, the vape run high. Cut up, got the bullet down top, one line. Got the hazard on the gun style. You can catch me bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing. You can catch me.
That's heavy.
cause you should own what you label. Yeah, you know. Nigga come alright. Like I got neon dust. Higher than Elon Musk. So high stars get out of dust. And I got a colorful jewelry is down the sun. And I got a colorful girl. Like I got neon guts.
Ow. Right on my toe.
But I can't focus. Watch me better watch TV. Bitch like James Brown. I might drop a piece of purple stuff up in my phone. I can't let it unless I know I got the blood. Hit her with that hammer if I don't throw a tantrum. On Benny, everybody looking now, but ain't nobody had a eye. Shit ain't in that deep, and you still chose a lie. I just protein, I'm a flow like a fountain. Baby, me some protein, work out like a dance. I got all the holes in the snow, just like that. And we keep it in the smoke. Who on constant? I can't let that other nigga.
I told her work it, she wanna work it. I told her work it, she wanna work it. I told her work it, she wanna work it. I told her I could for a bag, that's a whole lot of cash. I bought a watch and made it glass, and copped the coupe so I can drive. I bought a bag and made her mad. I bought the bag just to brag. I put that bitch in the bucket, I told her to work it, I think she deserved it. I told that money, she picking it urgent. I'm up a couple men, go to the birdie. Niggas ain't ballin', go put up a surgery. I'm in the Maybach and catch the curtain. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it. I tell her bad little bitch, she the special. She told me go come for an animal, go ratchet, but she need the money. This breaking is nasty. And if I came for this package, your pockets get put in the casket. I dropped the top off the coupe, the phone, and they gon' Chris Allen do magic. They was hanging on the game, had paddocks. I can see these niggas, man, I got the baddest. I'm happy this back hand was panic. 45K, cool. 45 that real rare like a pounder. This nigga's an animal. It's smoke, don't choke, we handle them. I'm the GOAT, you know I won't challenge. That's my hope, her burger from Canada. I tell her work it, oh you can work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, I told her work it. I told her work it.
I feel like I need some more shoulders, but we're about to do a core workout, so I'm just gonna burn them out a little bit.
She wanna work it, I told her work it. She wanna work it, she wanna work it. I tell her.
Ooh, we'll do one more of those. We'll hit our core workout. Is it hot enough yet for you?
Yeah.
75 degrees. It's the ultimate gym temperature when you're trying to be sweaty. Maybe I'll turn the fans on a second. But that was a very normal circuit for me. We're about to film a core workout, which I'm still deciding what we're gonna do. But I'll just blow up my shoulders one more time. And then I'll do the core workout, which I'll be really doing the workout. So that'll be my core work. But I always tell the Dialed fam, you know, this is why I can't follow a program. It's because I need to create a Reels. But it's cool because I get to try a lot of new stuff and experiment a lot. Because I ride, I really ride a lot more than these other trainers. I know how it feels. I know how it feels in the gym. I know how it feels on the bike. I know how it feels on my off day. I think it's an advantage.
NBA nigga bitches, you know I go for 'em. I hang with the hitters who train the killers who send all the niggas on slow 'em. I got me a check and I brought me a cat and I went on the block and they done us. I hang with all the man.
On accident, they thought it was on purpose. I know for a fact I'm blasting mine. I never get too worried. 100 rats ain't 100 stick like curses. I've been selling verses.
One time my life side my song ain't gon' buy no work. New bros come and be patient, brother. Show my ass in, take out a class. I can multitask like Megan, brother. 2021 ain't taking no prisoner. Last year y'all fucked up all the listener. Who went platinum? I call that a visitor. Who the fuck black them? All been falsified. The vaccine, this is a vaccine and it gave me to survive. The Elohim, the rebirth. Before you get to the Father, you gotta holler at me first, bitch. Smoking on top fives. Motherfuck that album.
Rock that American Eagle, hoodie got blood stain. My brother whipping up them kilos. I told him fuck the game. Twin Glocks, max pay, kick shit. The train, what is that about? Paper plane, take the game, no change. Headshot, drizzy man. The sight, into the night. Yeah, the sight from living. All the evidence been tipped up. We gon' praise our way out the grave. Don't let go. They wanna feel it. Came on my shows. I challenge the best. Love the ball. I challenge the chest. I challenge the clever. Stand the life. I count my sinners and ask them right. Let's get. I just get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Yo, bitch on the edge of the seat. She on that ecstasy. I'm on the repetitive beat. Trying to put it. She on my beat. All of these bitches they look good to me, but I fuck the second because I don't even cheat. That is a lie. Repetitive free. I don't even look. I don't even.
Ow.
Right
now when my son Cruz gets mad, like he'll crawl over to a cabinet he wants open. He'll crawl over and he closes it and he looks at you and he goes, ah! And he goes like this, ah! 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 And he just starts crying. He always goes like that too. He goes, ah! And then he'll just be like quiet with his mouth open. Ah! And he slams his head on the ground.
Too sexy for this syrup, too sexy for your blood. Too sexy new designer gear by Coaster. Pay attention to the detail, going two-tone on Joker. Y'all niggas always ready to murk some sitting on me. Money, cars, and all this jewelry make a billion sexy. I get cash wherever I fly, got bitches sexing on me. Yeah. Wow.
Drug dealer, pussy, nigga, this expensive pain, pulling expensive range, nigga, yeah.
You know it's loud, Uzi. That's an expensive name.
I'm going hard in my back to the wall. I was like, damn, just pumping and faking, there's no way they matching me up. Who really gonna see me if we getting busy and we saying right when it's ball? I want to get back.
So one thing right now that's random that I'm super excited about with my own health is the fact that I'm sleeping more. The last 3 nights I've gotten almost 8 hours of sleep. And I haven't strung together 3 8-hour nights of sleep in a row in probably 5 years, maybe 4, because in the last 3 years I've had 3 kids, twins, but still, it was insane. Obviously that's gonna mess up your sleep. In between the twins and my toddler being born, I was still doing 5 a.m. sessions. Before my toddler was born, I was doing 5 a.m. sessions in here. And before Otto was born, I would do night shifts too. So I'd be in here till 8 p.m. and come back in at 5 a.m. the next day, which means you're not gonna get even close to 8 hours of sleep. And it's funny because it's like something I've avoided as a topic in health because I'm so personally frustrated with it. But I also take a lot of pride in waking up early because that kind of grind, hustle, get after it mode has done so much for me that it's like I can't loosen my grip on it. But since the babies have been sleeping, they sleep until like 7 every day, and so does my toddler. So I started bringing back my morning routine this year, waking up between 5 and 5:30 a.m. No snooze. I've been putting my alarm across the room, so I have to get up immediately and go get it. but I've only been getting 7 hours max, and even that has been a huge bonus. But after the Y ride I did, I really felt the urge to sleep a little more after it. And the first 2 nights I didn't let myself, and I got to the point the third day where I was like, I'm so fatigued, I have to sleep more tonight. So I woke up at 6 a.m., which I know is not crazy late or anything, but for me it kind of is. And I got 8 hours of sleep. I felt freakishly better by having that extra hour. The next day I got like 8.5 hours of sleep. Last night I got like 7.5. But I'm doing my same morning routine in half the time, and it's way easier because I'm just awake. I'm not dragging my feet through it. I'm not reading 2 pages and then just going like this on the couch at like 5:30 in the morning. So it's hard because, again, I have a lot of pride wrapped up in waking up at 5 a.m., to be honest. A lot of ego, but I'm being way more efficient and I feel way better and I feel more recovered. I'm just excited. I feel like it's gonna level me up in my own fitness a lot, and also my own productivity at work, because I can think so much more clear. I'm less stressed. I don't want to jump to conclusions again, but lack of sleep is directly correlated with feeling more hungry and overeating. There's been tons of studies of doing this, so this is one of those compound effects things where I think it's a small change, but it's going to have huge impact over the rest of the year. I really believe that. Also, I'm drinking about half the amount of alcohol that I have been drinking in the last year. So I'd say it's been 3 weeks where I'm having either 0, 1, or 2 drinks max a night. There's been a couple nights in the last month where I've had 3 drinks, and one of them in particular, I was just like, I could tell I've become more of a lightweight. But the alcohol has been a struggle for me because I really started relying on it to handle some of the stress of the babies, which I've talked about a lot. When they were born and through COVID and all that stuff. I mean, a lot of people were popping wine bottles at 2 p.m. I mean, I know that's I'm not going to pretend that's not a real thing. So anyways, I have been drinking less, and I think the combo of the sleep and the less drinking, I think it's just going to level me up a lot, and I need to level up because the business is about to level up. So Dialed Fam member Michaela Worderquest, I think is how you pronounce her last name, her and her husband Kyle are awesome. And she recommended doing an elimination style diet with alcohol. So you essentially eliminate it out, and then when you reintroduce it, you do one thing at a time to see what affects your body the most. And her example was that she could drink a lot of vodka and feel completely fine the next day, whereas she could have a little Moscato and all of a sudden be wrecked the next day. And she even points out the goal is to not find out how you can drink the most, but also to know that, you know, if you are doing something, you're drinking for whatever reason, you have a better alternative than another. Because I will say, as much as I love it, man, whiskey just I know whiskey is number one, destroys me. I have actually beer doesn't do well in my system, even though I do love a beer after a ride, but drinking beer late at night with food, it messes me up. I tend to do well with wine, but I get heartburn from wine pretty easily. It just seems like tequila and vodka are kind of the winners. But then again, I only get heartburn with wine if I drink too much wine. If I have a glass or two, I'm fine. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out, but I'll be real with you guys. It's not been an easy thing for me, but it's just been an obvious place where I'm holding myself back. So more sleep, less alcohol for the rest of the year, and we're gonna level up. Well, we got the major content pieces done for the day. We didn't show you the EFT thing because we're actually going to use a video from the website that is going to be sent out directly to the EFT, which is really cool because I'm wearing LEL bibs. It's a ride prep video, a new series that we're doing, and it's kind of exclusive content. So that was kind of a win-win, and a place where we're, I think, being smart and using certain pieces in multiple areas where they are fitting and can have a lot of value. So anyways, that's pretty much the day done. We have this beautiful YouTube video, which I'm very excited about doing videos like this. I had a great strength workout. I think that Reels that I made is gonna work, because sometimes I've noticed with Reels, you can shoot a whole thing and you're pumped on it, and when you go to edit it, you realize it's just not coming together. So I'm not getting too married to certain posts anymore, but I'll have to edit that later. now I'm gonna get back into my email. I have to make some payments to our team. I have to do a couple orders for product, actually supplements, and then some new Usui backpacks. Thank you, Alex Wild, for helping me out with this, because we're about to do another Y ride that's gonna be on the mountain bike. It's gonna be big, and I'm gonna need a pack for it. And I only have old packs. I haven't worn a pack in a while, actually, since Swap Bibs pretty much came out. So anyways, I get to do a little shopping, which is fun, but we have a lot of communications work and the payments, and that's gonna be kind of the rest of my day, and just posting to Instagram. That's the plan. So, and a lot of app stuff. But from here on, the major content pieces are done, and we can just, I don't even know. This is where my head starts to spin, because I think honestly what I need to do at this point, now that we've checked off our immediate list from earlier, is just relook at the boards and make sure I'm on task and not missing anything. So maybe I'll reorganize my thoughts of what I just told you, get my plan of action, execute for the rest of the day, and then we just restart tomorrow.